Tyler here. We're back again, and I wanted to go over a common reason that a vape doesn't work, right? We get this question a lot in customer service. Sometimes people will be, I've been vaping this, I went and put a new card on, and now my battery doesn't work.
Okay.
You know, this is something we've heard a lot, right?
You're putting a fresh new one on the battery, and...
Well, one thing I want to go over with is most people don't realize there's a lot of carts today, pretty much all of them, sometimes will slightly leak a little bit of oil out of their bottom. You can pull your cart up and you can put your finger on it and you can feel it sticky on the bottom. You might not visually see the oil,
but it could
because it's clear, but you put your finger on there and tell me if there's not some stickiness, right? So what happens is over time of this happening with the device, I don't know if you can see here, here's my vape. You can see obviously, you know, I run Roken here, and I use the products personally, and you can see my connection is not so clean either, right? I have the same problem my customers do. And so what ended up happening is this problem is a completely solvable problem. It's kind of like having a car battery. You take the cables off the car battery, you got to put the new car battery on, and it doesn't work, right? Well, it's because your connection cables are dirty. You have to scrub them, right? So it's the same thing here with your vape. Once we took out the vape off, the oil came over the connection, and it basically sealed the connection from connecting to another cart.
Okay, and it not necessarily could it be like a leaky cart, but it could just be from using the vape that you're getting just the vapor.
And naturally, over time, it happens to every single one of them.
It's just coming. Okay.
They all get dirty over time. Over just the amount of usage is what triggers it, right?
Okay.
So you use it more, it's going to happen
Makes
more.
sense.
You use it less.
Yes.
And so the one way to clean a vape is the easiest thing is I have a Q-tip, specialized Q-tip right here. A regular Q-tip at home works just fine though.
Okay.
And then what I've got here is I've got 91% isopropylene alcohol, right?
Yes.
And the reason I got isopropylene alcohol and not rubbing alcohol is that this will dissolve the oil that is on the connection point.
Okay, so you recommend using is there a certain percentage proof?
Yeah, I recommend using at least 91%.
A higher percentage, okay.
Yeah, the higher percentage is going to make your job a lot easier. Yeah. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get this Q-tip wet, right? And the way it is, I'm just going to, this is over, you see I spilled a little bit on the table. It's going to evaporate anyways. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this in here and I'm going to start to clean my connection point. You can press down a little bit. Most of our batteries have a spring. And I want you to see there on this thing how dirty that looks, right? And that's just one swab. So I'm going to go ahead and put another one in there because my vape's pretty dirty.
And so now are you directly putting the Q-tip on the connection point and then kind of swirling it around? Or?
Yes, I'm cleaning the connection point as well as I'm cleaning the threads as well.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get the base, the thread, everything. And as you can see immediately as I'm sticking my new Q-tip in there, that after I use, we can see, nope, I broke it. We can see it's still pretty dirty, right? So I'm going to go ahead and use another one. I'm going to see where we can stop getting kind of a brown color out. Spilled a little bit on the table here. So...
Now, how often would you recommend somebody doing this?
You know, some people are really anal with this and do this all the time.
Yeah. In
between all carts, and if you want to do that, that's fine. Me, I build these and I take the lazier approach.
Okay.
I typically, you know, don't clean them until I have the problem, which I don't always recommend.
Okay. So
but if you get there and you're like me, it's okay. We can still get this working. I've had the dirtiest vapes that people tell me don't work anymore, and I clean their connection points, and they fire right up.
Okay, so then would you recommend, though, maybe is this, you know, just a quick little Q-tip after in between each cart that you're switching out or something? Just, you know.
I don't think in between every cart, but maybe every few weeks.
Okay, all right.
And I just want to show you here, like, I don't know if you can see as much, but the connection point is a lot cleaner than it was before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my cart in here. I'm also going to clean the bottom of the cart too, because sometimes the residual oil could be on the cart when I pulled it. So I want to make sure that connection piece is clean. And then what I've got is I'm going to screw it right on there. You see it's screwed in really nice, right? Before you can tell when your connection point is dirty is when you start to screw it in and you get resistance.
You feel it. Okay.
Yeah, you can feel it's a little sticky. It kind of It's jerky when it screws. Well, this thing's screwed in smooth. I haven't put my cover on, but I'm going to go ahead and just test it, right? And you see there's my voltage. It's on. I'm going to go ahead. As you see there, it's working. Great. No problems.
Okay.
So that's kind of how you do your maintenance and clean your vape. Like I said, if your vape isn't working, the first thing you should always do is clean the connection point.
So just,
that is the number one reason a vape is not working.
So just simple Q-tip and rubbing alcohol.
Or isopropylene.
Isopropylene. Okay.
You could do it with rubbing alcohol, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult. The isopropylene is going to help melt the oil away.
Okay.